Hey Libras, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm using a little bit of a new sound setup, so hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the October monthly readings. So I brought out my, honestly I forgot what this tarot is called. Illuminati, there we go. Tarot Illuminati. Let's see what's coming up for Libra. Okay, first thing we get is the Chariot for Libra. Wow. Okay, quite a few cards came out. We've got the Moon card, the Ace of Wands, ooh, the Devil, the Empress. You know what? I'm going to do these sideways because I feel like, okay, the Devil, the Empress. What's coming up for Libra? Wow. Libra, what the fuck? The Lovers, Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay, Libra, I see you. The Sun, holy shit. And the Eight of Swords. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Princess of Wands. So, I love how bright these cards are. They're like, if you guys make sure you can hear me, because I'm using, like I said, a new microphone, so trying to make sure that the sound quality is good. All right, so Libra, there is something that you are moving towards. I think you're a little scared, if I'm being honest. This is something like you're exploring something that is exciting. You're exploring something that is out of your comfort zone. And you're just, hey guys, hey, I just saw y'all saying hi, sorry. You are just moving towards something new. Like you feel like you're about to go on an adventure, is what it feels like. So when we look at what this adventure entails, right? There's a lot happening here. There's so much happening here. So let's start. We've got the Chariot. This to me is a card of mastery, right? It literally represents the Emperor, but you came out, Libra, in your Empress energy because the Empress is Venusian, right? She's either Libra, Taurus energy. She doesn't have to be Libra or Taurus, but it's just the divine feminine, right? Well, the person that's driving the Chariot is the Emperor, right? So I feel like there's somebody coming towards you full force, or something, because not everybody's, thinking of romance. If this is a romantic reading, you have somebody coming towards you that is like pulling out all the stops. They could have Cancerian energy because this is Cancer, but doesn't have to be. We'll look at what other energies come up in a minute. But I do feel like you may have to be dealing with a choice in love because the black and white horses always make me think of choices. And then the Empress is a 3 as well. So you may have a choice. Like two people may be coming at you with the same force, with the same energy. And I do feel you being a little stuck, a little afraid of what choice to make. Now, we do have the Moon card here. So I do feel like there are things that are not clear for you. Like there's something about, even though people are coming at you with this strength, there's still things that are not clear. Or something about this connection is making you feel really vulnerable. Maybe it's pulling out your insecurities. It could be that you have a partner that is at your level. I feel like that's the issue. The Emperor is the match to the Empress, right? And the Empress, like, let's be real. The Empress is used to being the desired one. The Empress is used to being the, the person almost in power in the relationship. Sorry, a phone call came in. I hope that didn't cut the audio. If you've now encountered someone who is the Emperor to your Empress, just as physically attractive as you are, Libra, or maybe they are just as intelligent, just as charming. Like there's something about them where you feel like you've met your match. And it's making you feel a little vulnerable. With the Moon card, I feel like it's bringing up some insecurities. It's bringing up some shadow work. Like you're really sitting there examining, what is it I'm afraid of? What is it that I think is going to happen, etc. Like it might be bringing up connections that you've had in the past that did not feel good. But I do think that the desire is there. There is, actually, I feel like this goes beyond desire. Not just is the sexual desire there, but this feels almost obsessive, but the Lovers is still here. So although there is a lot of deep feelings, I do think that both of you, because you're both at a really high expression of yourselves, you're both getting this obsession and control. You're both like, no, 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 no. Let's not approach it from that sense. Like, yes, the passion is there, the intensity is there, but let's make sure we come at this in a very dignified manner. Let's make sure that we're both happy who we are as individuals before we join together. Like, I do feel that there is a lot of maturity going on. So this could just represent Saturn, right? There could be aspects in your synastry, like Venus to Saturn, or Saturn squaring Venus. Like maybe there's been some delays in this connection getting off the ground. But it's also binding y'all together, because that's what Saturn does, right? He creates obstacles, he creates delays, but at the end of the day, he binds you guys together, because Saturn loves Venus. She's the only one that he loves, right? Saturn doesn't usually like a lot of people. But I do think that this person feels like your divine counterpart. It's almost like if you're the feminine, this person makes you feel feminine. They bring out a very feminine energy in you. And this is cracking me up because I know TikTok is not going to allow me to upload this short because they're naked. And TikTok sees that as a big no-no. Anyways, if you're the masculine, then this person, this Empress, makes you feel so masculine. Like you just naturally fit into your role because of this person. Now, I do think with the Nine of Cups that part of the delay that has occurred so far in the connection is due to making sure that both of you are fine as individuals first, right? Which is really important. You may, I don't think this is the like you just need to make sure you love yourself before you enter into this connection. You are trying to be the best version of yourself. And so I think especially Libra, whether male or female, you're coming at this in a very controlled manner. Even if you are excited, even if you can feel the intensity, you're just like, okay, hold on though. Look at her face. You're just very, you're trying to be very logical. You're trying to be like, okay, I want to transform. You see all the butterflies? I don't want to be the person I've always been. So perhaps in previous relationships, Libra, you were the type of person that would just throw her life away or his life away and follow your partner and do what they wanted. And then when that didn't work, the relationship didn't work, you had to come back and pick the pieces of your life back up together. And so now you're approaching it in a very logical, it may come across cold to this person, but you're just approaching it in a very logical manner. You're approaching it in a very no nonsense, like, no, let's not do that. That's too emotional. That's too impulsive. Let's think about things clearly. Like you're just very measured. Now, I do like that we go from the moon to the sun, because the moon is confusion, shadow work, a lot of fears, perhaps deception or lack of clarity. And then we go to the sun, which is full blown clarity, feeling happiness and joy, and just being very sure of yourself, being very confident. So I do think that you'll push past this. Even though this is the ending energy, this is a major arcana. This trumps that. So there will be moments where you're like, I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I want to make sure that I'm making the right decisions. I want to make sure that, I am approaching it in the best possible way. And you are, Libra, you are. Now let's go ahead and get some clarity, because already these cards had a lot of messages. So let's clarify, because this is exciting. This is like a little love novel playing out here, Libra. Okay, let's clarify actually, I'm going to take this card first. And put this deck aside. Let's clarify this Princess of Wands first. Clarify the Princess of Wands. Seven of Swords. The Magician. Oh dear. I already don't like that combination. That is not a good combination, Libra. Okay, I'm just going to take the card at the top because the whole clump fell out. Wow, that is a terrible combination, Libra. Okay, so this is what it's explaining. This is why you're really hesitant. This is why you are Page of Wands. This is literally the Page of Wands. You're in this Page of Wands energy because you're afraid that this person is a con artist. You're afraid that you're going to end up looking like a fool. You're afraid that the story will repeat. You're just very not trusting right now, Libra. You're just not. And I think that this is coming from previous connections, because from what I see here, this person is not fucking around. They're not playing. They're very serious. They're very dedicated to this connection. But you're just like, yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, they've said that before to me. So like if this person makes jokes like, oh, we're going to get married, you're seeing that as a threat. You're like, married? I don't know who the fuck you think you're like. You're a little cynical right now, Libra. I just want to be clear about that. You're a little cynical because of previous hurt. You're just almost positive that this person is a con artist or a liar or a cheater. And so you're very hesitant. You're scared. This is why you're scared. You're like, okay, I'm going to do it anyways because I'm going to prove either my point or your point, but we're going to prove something. So you're taking the steps. You're being the Page of Wands. You're going down something that's making you very uncomfortable. But I think that a piece of you realizes that the uncomfortability comes from previous trauma, not from this person. It's not your intuition that's speaking to you. It's your paranoia. So let's clarify the Chariot. Let's see what's going on with this person. Clarify the Chariot. Got the Eight of Wands. Ooh. King of Swords, Seven of Cups. Wow, look at that, Libra. Did I not say you've met your match? Child. Lord Almighty. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Eight of Cups. So this person is coming at you not just with speed, but they're literally traveling. I do see this person traveling to you. So maybe they live at a distance. Maybe they, or maybe it's not that big of a distance. Maybe they just have to drive to you, right? But they're definitely making a move. They're not the type of person to be quiet, to be still. But they're also showing up as your match, King of Swords. So just like you've been hurt, they've been hurt before. And I don't think you realize with how much clarity they're coming towards you. I think you're used to being the one, again, you're used to being the one being clear. You're used to being the one that uses their brain. And this person is very intelligent. Not only are they showing up as the emperor, driving the successful chariot that's taking them into action, but they're also showing up as a King of Swords, someone who has a lot of wisdom, a lot of years of experience, very intelligent, a master at their craft, whatever that may be. And they've got options. They've got options just like you do. And I think that's part of what has you in a tizzy. You're used to the one you're used to being the one having options. They've got options too, but they're choosing you. See, the 7 of Cups with the Knight of Cups makes the 8. They already know other options make them drained. Other options aren't worth their time. You're the one they want. And in fact, part of this shadow work, Libra, with this moon card, may be where you start questioning yourself, but why? Why do you want me? I don't get it. Let's clarify. Clarify the moon card. Clarify the moon card. Knight of Swords. A little defensive, are we? Seven of Pentacles. The Fool card. With the Ace of Cups. So I do think that you do recognize there are emotions there. You do have emotion for this person. You're not showing it. You're just like, I don't know what emotions you're talking about, but you're Queen of Swords, but the emotions are there. However, I think you're approaching the emotions in a very detached manner because you're afraid. The moon is fears, insecurities, shadow work, right? And because of the shadow work, because you're not clear on what's going on, you're probably being a little harsh with your words, a little defensive, feeling like, I don't know if there's the right investment. Maybe that's what you're saying. Maybe you're telling this person, I just don't know if I want to invest in this again. I've been a fool before. I've done stupid shit before. I've invested in people that it didn't pay off, and I don't want to do that again. But you are acknowledging that the emotions are there. Let's look at this Ace of Wands. Clarify Ace of Wands for Libra. Oh, shit. 3 of Swords. King of Cups. The Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. See, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords twice. And this person is shifting gears. They started off as the King of Swords, and now they're going to King of Cups. This is really sweet. I think that they realize that although the passion is there and although the emotions are there, you have suffered a lot of heartbreak. You have been put through the ringer. And they start understanding. Like I said, this person is very wise, right? They have a lot of years of experience. They're very intelligent. They start realizing that you've been hurt a lot. Your heart has just been shattered repeatedly. And so now they're approaching with a lot more compassion. I do feel them slowing down. They're slowing down and they're realizing that the fast approach is not working for you. The fast approach makes you very skittish. It makes you scared. So now they're approaching with stability. Hierophant, this is Taurus energy. They're approaching with a lot of compassion, a lot of softness. They keep their feelings in check. So maybe before they were like really passionate, really intense. Maybe they were like always talking about what they were going to do to you sexually. And you were just like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're going to do that to. But the more that they get to know you, because I do see a lot of communication between you two, they start realizing this is just hurt. The whole sword being held up and like, no, you're not approaching, comes from pain, comes from trauma, comes from things that have been done to you. So then they start, being like, okay, let's stop talking about sex and let's start talking about our future. Let's talk about what I want for us. And little by little, I think that's what binds you because that's what you want. You want stability. You want long term. You're tired of being the desired object without it having a strong foundation. Let's clarify the Devil, because I actually don't feel like the Devil is the normal devil. Like it's not obsessive. It's not toxic. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Devil. Ooh. Look at that. Did I not just say, yes, I like this. I like this a lot, Libra. Clarify the Devil. Ooh, Okay. Wow. Look at that. And at the bottom of the deck, wow. Libra. This is so cute. I think this is the best reading I've done for you so far. Then again, this is your birthday, right? I keep forgetting. Happy birthday, Libras, to all the Libras out there. I think that this is what you're used to. You're used to people approaching with a lot of sexual desire and talking about how obsessed they are with you and blah, blah, blah. But then it gets really toxic and it gets really unsteady and shit goes down, right? And with this person, they might have started approaching the same way, and that's what had you like, no. I don't want to repeat the cycle. I want it to come from a place of love. And you stop that shit in their tracks. But it worked because this person is very focused on you. And it stopped. I will say this though. I'm not going to say they liked it. I'm not going to say they were super excited about you stopping them in their tracks because they were coming full force, right? They're used to being the emperor. They're used to being in charge. But they think you're worth the time. They think you're worth the investment. And so they slow down. They're like, okay, all right, fine. I don't like it, but this person is worth it to me. They see you as standing out from everybody else. They see you as everything they've ever wanted in a partner. And so they're going to take their emotions down a notch. They're going to be more controlled, a little bit more detached, but because they want to connect with you on an emotional level. They want you to understand that they're not just coming at you sexually. They actually want to build a bond. And that's what hooks you. That's what you're like, yes, this is, thank you. This is what I want, which is so cute, Libra. 10 of Cups. I think you're going to be very, very happy as your birthday progresses. Let's look at this Empress. Let's see. Clarify the Empress. We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Sun with the Death card. Oh my God, I love that. I love that, Libra, because you're showing up in your full power. I feel like with the Moon card, you've been doing a lot of shadow work. You've been doing a lot of internal work. And you don't want to do the mistake you've done before. You don't want to do the impulsive thing, the fairy tale, flash in the pan type of romance. You want steadiness now. So with the Four of Pentacles, you're just like, yeah, I'm just not opening up unless I realize that this is actually going somewhere. I feel like you may have some earth in your chart. You have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, because you're being very grounded in reality. You're very much in your power, very much in your element, but because you've done the shadow work. And that is providing you the clarity you need to know how to approach this now. And it's creating transformation. It's not only creating transformation for you as a person, it's also creating transformation in your love life, where perhaps before the conversation was geared one way and now it's geared towards another way because you're transforming this person as well. You're making them face some things that maybe they hadn't thought of, right? So let's clarify the Lovers. I'm loving this reading so far, Libra. This is awesome. I think a lot of your fears are unfounded, but you'll see them. Clarify the Lovers. The Justice card. Queen of Swords. Wow. You've come up as the Queen of Swords 3 times. And the Strength card. With the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I always just go with the first impression I get, right? And the first impression I get off of this is you're not even allowing sex with the Lovers, right? Because one of the it's not the only thing it represents. I can't talk today. But one of the meanings of the Lovers is literally, them being lovers. And again, I feel you coming in like, nope, nope, sir, nope, nope, not happening. Because you don't want to give to this situation physically until you make sure that the foundation is emotional. Like, this is like a give and take thing. You're like, I'm not going to give of my body if my heart and my soul are not in it. I'm just not. So you're controlling, because I do feel that you're very attracted to this person. I do feel that you feel very passionately towards them. But this, just like in the Chariot, the Emperor is the one driving the chariot. In the Strength card, the Empress is the one controlling the beast. So you're controlling your inner desires, and you're like, look, I'm not saying that I'm not attracted to you, but you're saying it in a very cold manner, but we're not going to get physical. We're not going to get intimate until things move to a certain level. You're just not. But I think that this is exactly what is helping. The way you're approaching this connection is exactly what's needed for it to progress a certain way. You're learning from your past mistakes. This is a Jupiter card, right? So although it does represent fate, it does represent destiny, it also represents progress. It represents forward movement. It represents lessons learned. So you have learned your lesson from previous connections, and now you're like, no, let's slow down. Let's do this correctly, right? Nine of Cups. Let's see. Clarify Nine of Cups for Libra. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. And Two of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. So, Libra, this feels like a couple of things, first of all, okay? You may remember when I said you may have options, like there's another option that has come in. I feel that although you have two options, you're focusing on one. You know which one you want. And this also gives me the message that you may be working on something for yourself with the Queen of Pentacles, maybe a personal business, maybe a home, maybe remodeling, something of that nature. And it's something that is very fulfilling for you. It gives you it gives you a strong sense of satisfaction. It gives you a strong sense of accomplishment, of happiness. You're very proud of whatever it is that you've been working on. And now you kind of have to balance that with this connection, because this connection is very powerful. It's showing up as the Devil, the Chariot, the Hierophant, the Lovers, like it's super powerful. So you can't pull away from it. You are very invested into it, but you also don't want to abandon this project. And maybe in the past you've done that, right? You've abandoned projects for relationships, and now you're like, look, I have to balance it. And I think that you're making that clear to this person as well. You have to balance the connection with your personal life, with your business, with your work, with your house, the remodeling, whatever it is you're doing. You're like, I don't want to lose myself again, because again, that's the shadow work you've been doing. You don't want to be that person anymore. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords, that she's come out several times, right? Clarify Queen of Swords. We've got the Hanged Man. The Empress. And the King of Pentacles. Wow, with the Tower. Jesus. Okay, Libra, you're going to love this message. I feel like this person is learning you. They're learning what is valuable to you. So they already knew you were intelligent, right? Which is why they came in as King of Swords. They came in with intelligence because they could sense the intelligence. Then they came in with the emotions because they could sense that that was important to you too. Remember, this is an emperor. The emperor has all four kings integrated already. He just has to show you different facets. So first he showed you the intelligence. Then he showed you his emotional side. Now, now he's showing you his business acumen. If he's an emperor, he could be I keep saying he because it's the emperor, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a man, okay? This could be someone who just has very masculine energy. What was I saying? So, okay, let's go back because I was like getting derailed. I know I was. That's the universe saying cut that off. So with the Tower, I think that you're going to be very surprised. I think that that's what's going to get you out of this coldness that you've pulled yourself into because you're being protective of yourself. You're being protective of your future, of what you're building, because you're like, you know what? I'm going to just not make any move because I know what happens when I act a certain way. I've learned my lesson. I'm seeing things from a different perspective. But this person is coming like, okay, business is important to you. Let me show you how good I am at business. With the King of Pentacles, I think this person is amazing at business. And I think you're about to see that. Because you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, and now they're showing up as your match, right? They're showing up as somebody who not only can match you, they actually may have even more experience than you. And they're like, well, let me help you. Let me show you how I can put you on Empress status. But I do feel like this is also moving you from being really cold into they touch your heart is basically what I'm trying to say. They really start touching your heart. And I think that that comes as a surprise. I think that the emotion that you start feeling is surprising to you because you thought you were so well protected, but this person keeps shifting gears. They're finding cracks, little chinks in armor. And it's because they're so invested in you. They're really, really investing in you, which is amazing, Libra. That's so awesome. Let's clarify the Sun card. Clarify the Sun card. We've got the Knight of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Hermit, and the Nine of Pentacles with the Eight of Cups. So I feel like after this whole thing, so this could be more towards the end of the month. I don't know, this could transpire within a week. I mean, I don't know. It really is going to depend on each Libra, right? But I do think that eventually y'all get to a more passionate energy. Both of you are starting to feel more in sync. Both of you feel like, okay, we can move forward. We can move forward maybe physically. We can move forward emotionally, because both of you are starting to understand that there's a level of wisdom that each of you has that the other person does not. And you want to learn from each other, but you're like, let's live a life of luxury. Let's live a life of enjoyment. Let's just enjoy each other. I do see you maybe retreating from the world for a little bit, like maybe logging off social media, going on a vacation, doing something where you kind of isolate yourselves from everyone else because you're like in your honeymoon phase, right? You want to enjoy this connection to the fullest. Once you move into trust, then you're like, okay, I want to enjoy this. Let's clarify Eight of Swords. Wow, that was a lot. Okay. We get the King of Wands, Four of Wands. Wow. 10 of Wands, Four of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Four of Swords, with the Three of Cups as the overall energy. So I do think that there's going to be a celebration. Look at this. Now this person is showing up as the King of Wands. Holy shit, Libra. They've showed up as all the kings. That like now they even won. You haven't showed up as the Queen of Wands and they're already showing up as King of Wands. They've shown up as the King of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, and now the King of Wands. They are truly an emperor. They have all of these qualities in them. So the King of Wands is very action-oriented. He wants it all. And you are it for him. You are the woman or the person, the partner, that has all of the qualities he's ever wanted in a person, or she has ever wanted in a person. So they want the perfect house. They want the most amazing cars. They want the most amazing clothes, the most amazing business, the most amazing children. They want it all. They're greedy, right? But you are somebody that can give them that. Now, I do think that this person may be overworking themselves or taking on too much responsibility. Maybe they're doing a lot to try and please you. They're doing a lot to try and keep you happy. And that may lead to a little bit of a burnout. So I'd be careful with that, Libra. I know that you're very excited that somebody is doing a lot for you, but just slow down on maybe what you're requiring of them. Because now I see a little bit of an imbalance. I see like they're going to be giving even more than you have. Because I do think that you're still at page energy. You're still a little tentative while they're completely showing up as a king. So, make sure that you are giving, which, is unusual to tell Libra. But for once, I think you found somebody who gives more than you. And I think that in itself is going to be shocking to you because you're used to being the giver. You're used to being the person that kind of feels like, why am I not being reciprocated? Why aren't they giving enough? This person is definitely giving a lot. So yeah, I do think that there's a lot of cause for celebration. Just make sure you don't burn your person out, because I do see there's still moments of doubt that you have. There's still moments of like hesitation when they're really doing everything they can to openly show you how invested they are into this connection. You need to step out of this mentality or you're going to sabotage this connection. Okay? Let me see. I'm going to pull some advice cards just to crown this reading. Oh, I just saw the fox. The fox, let's see if it comes out again, because the fox represents the perfect mate. What's the advice for Libra for the month of October? What is the advice for Libra? Okay, we've got the hyena, the snake, and the deer. And at the bottom, we've got the turtle. Okay, so the turtle is basically about the experiences we live through, the stories that we have to tell. Share your story. I think that's going to be a big part of this person understanding you. You have to share what you've lived. You have to share what you've experienced. And the hyena is giving the advice of, there may be things you say in a joke that you want to say seriously. So it's like, if there are things you want to say, just say them. You don't have to make it a funny story. You don't have to make it a joke. Or maybe this person jokes too much and maybe they're not very serious. Again, be clear about that, because I see this person at a very high level of maturity. Although you may not see it all the time, and that may have you in a lot of doubt, they definitely can match you. So keep that in mind. With the snake, there is such strong potential here. But again, the snake represents spiritual potential. It doesn't mean it's actually going to go into fruition. Remember, potential is like a seed, right? It will not go anywhere without you nurturing it, without you feeding it. The potential for an amazing connection is here. But are you going to nurture it? Are you going to take care of it? And last but not least, the deer, which is very Empress feminine energy in this oracle deck. It's saying approach things with compassion. Don't project onto this person previous hurt. Just because maybe they look like your ex, maybe they sound like your ex, maybe they enjoy the same hobbies that some of your exes did, maybe they joke around, whatever. They're doing something that's triggering this lack of trust in you. You're like, yeah, no, this person reminds me of this and I know where this is going. I already know what they're going to do. I already know how they're going to hurt me. But you're projecting and it's not helpful at all. This is approach things with compassion, approach them with love, approach them with gentleness. And I think that you're going to see how amazing this connection is going to turn out. Okay? All right, Libra, I love you guys. Please make sure you like the video, comment, push the algorithm, share it, follow, subscribe, do what you can to get this video to other Libras so they can have this beautiful message, okay? Love you guys. See you later.